What's up, you guys? Josh Tonga here. Today, I want to talk about something that Neville Goddard referred to as our inner conversations, our inner speech. And it's something that we all have and do, no exceptions. But once you become more aware of it and of its power, and you apply what I'm about to tell you, then by the end of this, you'll know how to start changing your outer world according to your desires. You see, Neville says that our world is a manifestation of how we've used inner speech. Now, what does he mean by inner speech? It's those mental conversations, that inner dialogue that we all carry within us, the things that we say on the inside. The problem is that we're sometimes not aware of what's going on inside of our heads because of all the noise and distractions all around us. You know what I'm saying? But whether or not we hear the words loud and clearly, it doesn't change the fact that what we say inwardly literally shapes and creates our world and is, as Neville says, the cause of the circumstances of our life. That's why trying to change the external world without changing your inner world, your inner conversations first, will be a constant struggle because that's not how things work. And since a lot of people are unaware of the effect of their inner conversations, they tend to see themselves not as a cause, but as victims of circumstance where they like playing the blame game, right? Which is very disempowering. And so you got to realize that your inner speech, the things you say in your head, even if you don't say them aloud, definitely affect your reality. Why? Because thoughts become things. And if that's the case, your outer world reveals what's going on in your inner world, your state of consciousness. And if life's not looking too great these days, you guys, then I know this can be tough for some of you to hear, and I get that. But it's about owning your experiences and taking responsibility for your life so that you can make a change if that's what you want to do. Now, what are some inner conversations you might be saying on a daily? Maybe you say things in your head like, I'm not smart enough. I'm a nobody. I can't do this or that. I don't deserve such and such. I need money. Need implies you don't have, right? Or I'd never have enough, or I'll never be enough. I'm ugly. I'm stupid. I'm a screw up. No one will ever love me. Or so and so is better than me, getting all caught up in the comparison game. And on and on and on. You get the picture. Dude, how can you not feel shitty after saying all those things within yourself? And imagine saying those things out loud to another person. You think they'll feel empowered? Remember, as the saying goes, as within, so without. You see, the world is like a mirror. Whatever you say about yourself and you strengthen it with belief, check this out. The world will agree with you and eventually reflect what you believe. So when you say all those negative and disempowering things, the world's like, okay, if you say so. It doesn't matter if it's positive or negative. And it's not like the world wants you to have a messed up life, for goodness sake, but it's about you realizing that you are the operant power. You are the creator of your own destiny. So how can you expect to have a positive outer world resulting from a negative inner world, from negative self-talk? It ain't gonna happen no matter how much you desire it. You see, Neville says that whenever your inner speech and your desire are in conflict, guess what? Inner speech always wins. Because here's the thing, you don't always attract what you want, right? That's a given. You don't always get what you want, what you desire. But you do attract, listen, that which you are conscious of being. So in this case, what do you say to and about yourself on a regular basis that has formed your sense of identity? That's why the first step to succeeding in this life is to start becoming more aware of your inner conversations, the things you're speaking, believe it or not, into existence every day so you can eventually master and direct your life to where you want it to go instead of living in the mechanical negative self-talk that's usually left unchecked. Because if you don't, then here's what's going to happen. If you don't like what's going on right now, your history is going to repeat itself. Your history is going to repeat itself. All right, so what's the solution? It can take some discipline, but it's simple. You change your language, you change your life. So if you have desires and goals and dreams, then what you want to do is make your inner conversations match your fulfilled desire. For instance, let's say you have a desire, you have a goal. That's good. Then observe your inner talking, that inner voice. Question, do they match? Does your inner speech match what you would say audibly had you achieved your goal if you already had it? Remember, no matter what your desire is, your mental activity is what's going to track the conditions of your life. Because according to Neville, since consciousness is the one and only reality, and it's about us moving and entering into certain desired states, then we gotta have the right language that'll reflect the right state, the conscious state of our desire being fulfilled. So instead of saying things like, one day I'm gonna do and have such and such, or one day I'm going to be fill in the blank. And those are all positive, don't get me wrong, but it's still language that's coming from a place of unfulfilled desire. That's why Neville suggests you say, I am that. I am that. It's like this. What would you think and say and do if you already had what you wanted or already were what you wanted to be? How would your language change? How would it be different, right? Then whatever it is, think and say and do those things inwardly. And Neville has several examples you could say that would imply the fulfillment of your desires, of your goal. One is, I have a large, steady, dependable income consistent with integrity and mutual benefit. Kind of long, but it's a good choice of words. Or shorter ones like, I am happily married. I am wanted. I am contributing to the good of the world. These are just his suggestions. You don't gotta copy it. You can say whatever the heck you want that sounds more natural to you, like money comes easy to me. Everything's unfolding perfectly. I am loved. I am healthy and strong. I am free. I am enough. Whatever resonates with you. And you say these things over and over again until you're inwardly affected by it. Neville says until you're possessed by it, because your inner conversations will awaken the mood. Remember, Neville teaches that the secret is the feeling. And even though some of the things you say might not be visible in your outer world just yet, don't even trip, dude. This is where you trust in the power of your words, that you're speaking those things that are not seen as though they were. And you better believe that your words aren't going to return empty. You know what I'm saying? But will be objectively realized. And I've done this a bunch of times throughout the years, not just with money or healing. In fact, I practice this every single day. I pay attention to my inner speech, my conversation, and I choose carefully my language to determine how things are going to go throughout the day. Whether it's meetings with people, business, even simple things as getting good seats at busy coffee shops, or I tell myself that I'm interviewed on my favorite podcast or invited to speak at certain events that I'm drawn to. And guess what? This thing can happen, dude. It's dope. This stuff works. Okay, real talk. You know all those negative words you say about yourself sometimes? Not just the limiting ones, but even the really hurtful ones. Or all the screwed up things people say about you online or in person that might have gotten into your head and you keep replaying them over and over and over. Let me tell you something. They're not true. They're not you. You are not those negative thoughts, okay? You are not those negative thoughts. You're the one observing those negative thoughts. You know what I'm saying? So stop identifying with them. Neville says that at any moment in our lives, we're faced with an infinite choice. What we are and what we want to be. And what you want to be is already existent. But to realize it, you got to match your inner speech and actions to it, because your future will be formed by what you're saying right now. And it doesn't matter what others are saying, all the fears and limitations that people and the news and critics try to instill in you. Ignore them. Seriously, ignore them straight up. Know that your inner voice is more powerful than theirs when it comes to controlling your reality. The signs will follow. And that's why I tell people, you don't got to try and predict the future, for goodness sake. You can create it. You can create your future. Live your life creating consciously through your inner speech and keep speaking into your purpose every single day. And just watch. Just watch. Your assumption will find expression through you because you get what you believe. Yeah. Alrighty, guys, if you enjoyed this, please do me a favor, like and share it. Or if you're listening via podcast, I'd really appreciate a review. It gets more people to discover my work and help spread this message. And know that I appreciate all the love and encouragements in the comments, you guys, for real. They mean a lot. Hit that subscribe button and the bell right next to it to be notified of my next video. I pump these out every single week, so you don't want to miss them. And don't forget to register for my free online training where I teach you how to manifest your desires. And people are experiencing a lot of freedom, dude, so check it out. The link's in the description. Like I always say, more's coming. Till next time, I'm out. Peace.